Live on Twitch, Farming Simulator 22, Low Gear Gaming. We're going to pick up where we left off last night. Like we said last night, we're starting an automated farm. That's the plan, at least. The goal is to do something like completely automated. You can see how to do it. Watch me. I don't care. Nonetheless, let's get her started. Waiting for this Elm Creek to load. Once we get a little while in the Elm Creek setup, then we will move over to something a little different. All right, so we said last night we're going to do this field 68. Field 68 is a pretty big field down here. I think it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest on the map. We're going to clear that out right now. It's got oats on it, so we're going to be cutting some oats here today. Going to be using Coursework, Autodrive, all that fun stuff. And I got this combine sitting here. We just used it to take care of field 25 up here. So I'll probably do something with that one here. Probably get some plowing going up here. Mulching, plowing, something. Not sure which yet. We'll figure that out here in a minute. Let's focus on getting field 68 going. So I've got my harvester sitting here waiting. We parked that last night before the end of the stream. Got a tractor with a wagon right here, ready to go. We're going to be dropping this stuff off here at the Grain West silo. I think I call it the West Grain Pool, nonetheless. All right, come on down here and let's get a job going. Creating a job. Move the Autodrive thing out of the way here. That GUI's kind of annoying, but Autodrive's so awesome that I really don't care. All right, course play, field work, setting it up, target position. We can target kind of right where we're at, not far from it. Set the field up. There's the field. Open up the course generator. I need to get some music going on here. I don't have any music going. It's driving me nuts. A little quiet. All right, like before, headlands, 15. Now, the headlands are set up. Normally, you do like 1 or 2, 3, just to open up the field, give your machine some room to work. I like to just let it take laps like a race car. Circle, circle, circle. So that's what we're going to do. Everything else we can keep the same for now. We'll generate that course. Let's go. All right. There it goes. It's ready to go. Open and close the course generator. There it is. You can see it's just going to keep circling until it gets to this middle, and it'll stop there. We're going to start over here, make a bunch of laps, and as we're doing that, we'll have the wagon set up on an automated course to drop off over here. And then once this field becomes available, I'll probably lease it. We'll make one great big field out of this. And my plan is potentially to do one big field here, huge field here, another big field here. We'll probably turn all of this into one field. Maybe even go as far as to turn all this in one field. I don't know. And then one field here. I like big fields. You can't tell. I like big fields and I cannot lie. One thing I didn't do that I said I would do is get the graphic that pops up that says good work is hard to find. We know if something's going to wreck here tonight. Who knows what. All right. Let's go ahead to the first waypoint. Get her started. There she goes. She's going to start off. Make sure she gets going. That's pretty loud in my ears. If it's as loud in yours as it is in mine. I'm going to turn it down a little bit for you guys. It's going to be quiet here for a second. Hold on 1 second. Knock her down a few decibels. All right, now let's see what she does. Yeah, that's better. It just seems so much louder than it needs to be. Still learning this Twitch thing. All right. So let's move that around. Driving through the field. Grandpap's not going to be happy when he sees that. Whatever. All right. Let's move over and get our wagon going here. I haven't used my foot pedals yet today. Start her up. Let's get her going. Now let's bring the Autodrive menu up here, the heads up display GUI. Now we can see what we've got going on here. All right, so currently we've got these connected. I'm going to make a lap around this field. I'm actually going to go around both fields so I can use it later. That's the plan, at least. Zoom in just a little so I can see what I'm doing here. Alright, back her up. I want to get it kind of somewhat straight on to this. No, almost. There it goes. Close enough. Alright, our laps around the field are going to go clockwise, just like the combine's going. Move that around a little bit. Alright, so typically I would go down like the side of this field, but since this is going to be one big field eventually, I'm going to lap both sides here. So the worst thing that'll happen if it's trying to exit the field is it'll just run across this other field. And since it's Farm Simulator and I don't have a lease on that one, and it'll be a helper driving, it won't actually damage the crops. Loophole! Heard something in them bushes back there. I don't know what it was. I still got to figure out where I'm going to put like my main farm, because right now we're using the grain pools for all the stuff, but that's not really sustainable. I want to actually have a farm eventually. I think we'll run this Elm Creek for a little while. Eventually, I want to jump over to a different map. Whoa! Did you see that? Almost wrecked. I don't know what I hit, but I'm going to hit it every time I come by now, because that's how Coursework works. Alright. Pass our combine like it's sitting still. Right. Now, I could just go over to that already made field there, or already made road on the side, but what fun is that when I can make a new one right beside it? Actually, there is some thought to this. I don't want these telephone poles in the way, because sometimes the Autodrive will get confused. Telephone poles. Alright, we'll come up here, finish the circle off. We're going to overshoot this a little bit, and then we'll come back in line and end that. Boom, boom. There it is. I don't know if I got enough space to turn around here or not. Doesn't quite look like it, so let's go around a little more. Now we're not recording now. I turned the recording off on this. I'm still recording on Twitch. I mean, the Courseplay Autodrive stuff is not recording. I kind of grouped them together because they work so well together. Now, I'm being careful not to run over my field, because if I run over my field, I will destroy some crops. And Granddaddy just won't be very happy. I actually called my grandfather Pappy, so Pappy won't be happy. Anyway, I worked on his farm as a kid. Drove a tractor from a very young age for him, you know, picking up hay most of the time. He insisted on all of our hay being dropped on the ground and picked up. And you know, this was in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. You know, people would use kick balers for not us, no sir. Kick balers for us, no stack wagon. Muscles. Alright, let's drive her here and find a path off of here. Good enough. Let's connect the dots, come up here and connect into the road system leading grain. And then put a stage area for this field. Field 68 staging. It's really going to be 68 when we get those put together. 89, I think, still has crop that's not quite ready for harvest. And start recording here over this. Once again, last time we turned the traffic off because of how bad the traffic algorithm is. Like, they're like Mad Max lawless. It's nuts how crazy the traffic is. They give to you thing at all. Right in the side of your tractor without even trying to stop. I feel like it's built into the algorithm, but it doesn't appear they did. Oh well. Not my game, not software development money. If they want to waste time and things like making this tree look good and not wasting time on getting cars to not run into you every time. I'm gonna set a area down here at the end of this field. I think a little further with an empty Autodrive, but I also think it'll probably do better run. So we'll go up here to this. All right, we can set it up. What are we calling this? Field 68 staging. Got my keyboard in a really awkward spot there. It's tough to see. All right, we'll go to empty a combine, pick it up at staging, turn on west angle, go. No fast. Let's go over to our harvester. We're going 68 staging. We don't even need to turn that on. It just does its thing. We do have a grain swath here, or a straw, so we'll be able to set up the balers like we want to do on the last stream and didn't have a way to do. So, all right, so this should be going, should be good to go. Let's say I think this is set up at 50% to call a wagon, 60%. We can turn that down to 50 right now. Apply. Then I want to see this goes. We'll get this started, and then we're going to head over. We're going to mulch, I think, the other field that we already did. And then eventually we will bale this up or deliver it somehow. I probably won't use a baler. Balers and Autodrive don't seem to work. Bales just don't seem like they're made for it. Anyway, all right, we got our call coming out for that, so already moving. Oh, she's going the wrong way around the field. That's an interesting move. Let's make sure this goes, and then once it does, we'll leave these guys at it. And I'll head over to field 25. We'll finish that off. Oh, you're confused now. You don't know what to do. Your algorithm says don't cross the fruit, but you don't see an option. Oh, drive out here backwards. Let's see what that does. I have a feeling this is just going to run into each other up here. Don't have to reset. We'll see. It seems confused. It's probably going to fill a little bit and be like, I'm good. Done. Don't need to fill anymore. Nope, that much. Didn't even get any in. Looks like a corner here to be able to turn, but maybe not quite enough space. What you doing here? Oh, it's confused. It can't find a way to get around. Oh, yeah. There it goes. Oh. What's it doing? Oh, it's planning pad combine was when I left. So that's where we're trying to go. Just got to plan that pad. I need to open a window in here. Give me a second, y'all. It's up to like almost 50 degrees today, and it just feels hot. Now it's going to get cold real quick, but it's all right. All right, cut a little bit here, and for that, go. So the combine goes in. Follow again. I think we're like. All right, so we have things. So moving back and forth between them. I need to find a mulcher. That's the next thing I need to do. All right, that's looking real good. All right, let's go to find a mulcher. Before we do that, let's look at the field and see what she actually needs. Make sure we're going the right direction. All right, the field had canola in it. Doesn't need any plowing. All of them do need plowing. I'm going to need a plow down here on C. I don't need a plow for 25. I do need a mulcher because it's not mulched. So let's go for that. And there are mulchers. All right, when I'm looking for a mulcher, I don't want anything that takes too much horsepower. I want to get it going. That's too narrow. It's only a medium wide. That's just not wide enough. I'd love to put this mulcher behind the old Farmall M. That would be cool. I don't see that being a good move. I think too many horsepower. This one here is faster, and it's pretty wide. It takes 150 horsepower, which is not a ton. Let's go ahead and lease this one and find a tractor that'll run it. 150 horsepower is what we're looking for. That should be in the medium, I guess. Let's see what I got in mods. You thinking what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we need a 1586 to run this thing. All right, 1586, 179 horsepower. We can do single row crops on the back. I don't want the 4-wheel drive. Let's go with that. All right. I like the Western cab. I don't know why. I like a short, curved stack. Attachments. I want some weight in front of this thing. The weights. I hate the red. I don't like that. I like the 80, 66 style like that. All right, let's go ahead and lease that. That's a good deal. Let's do that. All right. And like that, we take it forward. All right. Looks like a pretty big mulcher for this old tractor, but it should be fine. It'll work. A little head now. Get this baby. All right, heading for 20. Gonna mulch it up. What I should plant in there? That's a good question. What should I plant in field 25? That's what I need to figure out. See if I can turn my cruise control on. Nope. We'll just driver. I love the sound on this 86. Listen to this thing. Yeah. Doesn't sound as good inside. The cab's insulated too much from the outside. Doesn't it? All right. Focus. Focus. All right, this stream is brought to you by nobody. No sponsors here. It's still early. Really dumb. You ever say something on a stream and then you're like, why did I say that? That was really dumb. Where I'm at right now. All right. I should probably automate this portion of it too. I'm using the heavy equipment bundle here for the wheel. It's got a G on it. I don't actually know who makes it. My son bought me this for Christmas, and I guess the design got redone by someone else, and this is the one everybody wants, and bought it used because it was cheaper, It was actually the same price, but it was in stock as a brand new one. But I guess it has better quality or something. I don't really know. I just knew I wanted a heavy equipment steering wheel, and then he found this one for me. All right, 1586. Before we get to this field, we'll check on our other equipment once we get here. I like to take this little shortcut to this field. I don't know if it's legal or not. The Highway Association has not written me up yet. I've also driven the wrong way down this highway, so that's all cool. It's all good. All right. Here we are. We'll shut her off for a minute. That's a good sound. Let me start this thing up. The tractor sounds good. Let's zoom in a little bit so we hear it better. This thing has a great sound on this mod. Right? She just sounds good. And then when we shut it down, it just sounds amazing. All right. Let's get back out here. Let's check on our combine. Combine's doing good. Nothing in the grain tank, which means we're keeping up well with the wagon. 63% of the wagon full. This is about where the wagon started filling, so we've taken a whole lap there. So I like to keep all headlands on the combine. It just makes it easier for filling because the pipe always stays to the outside, so it makes it easier to come up like this. You can do it where it goes back and forth, but by the time your wagon gets turned around, your combine gets turned around, you waste a lot of time. Just the way the algorithms are set up. Like right here, we just, without a beat, it's empty again. It's keeping up really well. All right, now that we've got that going, let's jump into, we're saving. All right, let's jump in here. Let's start a new course. I'm going to create a job. Once again, get this Autodrive. This is so annoying. Target position, it's fine right kind of where we are. Field position, pick anywhere inside that field. Open and close the generation. Now this one here, number of headlands. I want to do like 3 headlands. That's enough room for my stuff to grow on. And since this is a mulching operation, groundwork, we're starting out in the center. We can go with smooth here, I think. Shouldn't be a problem. Doesn't matter clockwise or counterclockwise. 7% is normally enough. You can adjust it if you find it's not overlapping. You're missing spots. Normally, I'll just come back and fill those spots in if it's something important. But for mulching, it doesn't really matter to me. And in the middle, we can go up and down. No problem. No circle, no islands in the middle, so don't have to worry about that. Generate the work. It's generated. Looks like a lot going on here. Starting over here. We're going to be going back and forth quite a bit. And finally, we'll be making laps on the outside, 3 laps. That's where we're at on that. All right, start with the first waypoint. Turn all the view on. And let's get her going. Let's see if this starts. Once this starts, then we'll get set up for the next thing we want to do, which I believe is going to be picking up that straw that's over there. I'm going to automate that. And we're going to take it to somewhere to sell it. I don't know where. Probably the South Biomass plant because it's close by. We'll figure that out here in a little bit. See what the prices on things are. All right. As good as that sounds, I want to keep a little distance here so I can watch her a little bit more than I see her. 24 minutes in. This will probably go over an hour tonight if I had to guess. Get a lot I want to do. I want to get that other field completely done and as much work on these fields as we can. At least get the combining done on the other, which is probably an hour and a half or so, maybe more. If you can see behind me, that screen there is my live feed. They're just buying that tractor now. It's so far behind right now, it's ridiculous. I don't know when you guys are seeing this, if it's live or not, but it's all good. Once again, hands-free. All automated. Setting this baby up. Let her go. We'll check back with our grain bin here quick and our grain bin. Our grain tractor. Grain cart. That's the word I was looking for this whole time. Grain cart. We always called them wagons, never called them grain carts, but I think everybody calls them grain carts nowadays. All right. So the mulcher just coming in, knocking down all of the stubble on top of this thing. This tractor seems to be struggling to find the right gear for it. So move this up and out of the way. Turn off my picture for a minute so you can actually see. It's in low gear, low range, fourth gear, high gear, low range. Put that logo back on. Looks like she's doing fine. We'll wait until she turns around one time to make sure she knows how to turn around. Sometimes these older tractors, the mods, they get confused on the turnaround on Coursework. I still like using them. I don't know if I've ever tried this combination with the 1586 with a mulcher before. I have tried. There was a Stalkbuster mod that was a mulcher, which is pretty much the model that my grandfather used to use, so it's kind of a sentimental thing. And I threw it behind an Oliver, I think it was an 1855 Oliver mod that I had, and it just didn't work. It kept flipping the tractor over every time I tried to turn. Good help. Hard to find. That'd be where I pop up that graphic right now. Maybe I should just draw a picture. Say good help's hard to find. I was talking yesterday about how every time you're working in the field, there's birds coming out of the field, and that's one of the most realistic things in this game. I can't imagine. I just can't count how many times be working in the field, and I'd be lost looking over at the birds. Just staring off into space as a little, 7-year-old on a tractor, just, gawking at the birds. Looks like it's going to do fine here. I'm hoping I'm not speaking too soon. Looks like it can handle it. Oh, it handled it. All right. Let's go check on our harvester, combine, grain cart. Still filling, 88%. Let's watch this for a minute. I want to see this go to the drop off and come back before we set up the next thing. The next thing we're going to be doing is working in this field too, so I want to give it a little more space for it. So just so we know, the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to get a forage wagon. We're going to pick up this straw with a forage wagon, and we're going to drop it off probably at the center. I think we can sell straw there. I'm not really sure. I'm going to set it up automated so it'll do all of that on its own also, using Courseplay and Autodrive together. We're doing with this. There's so much you can do. The one thing I haven't found successful to do is picking up and dropping off bales of straw, hay, silage. Doesn't seem to work. I have figured out how to get it to wrap silage in the field, which is awesome. I just haven't been successful in automating moving bales around. It just doesn't seem like it wants to unload them. Could be something I'm doing wrong. If anybody knows how to do it, let me know in the comments. I would love to be able to do that, but I haven't found, there's no good tutorials that I found that show everything and how to do all of it. So nonetheless, eventually maybe I'll make that tutorial, but I can't do it, so I can't teach it. The secret to being a piano teacher is staying one lesson ahead of your students. You just got to learn what to do so you can show somebody else. That's what I was always told. I wonder if it's the same thing for gaming tutorials. All right, 93%. By the end of this next straightaway, it should be full and heading over to the, I called it the West Grain Pool, but I think it's just called West Grain Bin or something. It's where the train picks up. I'm thinking maybe I'll just sell all this stuff on the train when it's time, if it's close to the same season. I'm not sure. We'll see what the prices are when that happens. Normally I'll set up an automation to drive it wherever it needs to go, and I might do that here too. But all right, we're filling up 95%. Shouldn't take long now. It's one of the only gaming channels you find where the guy can put his hands on his head and everything still works. 'Cause like I said, I like automation. That's the point of my stuff. If you don't like automation, then get out. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to get out, but you probably won't enjoy this. One thing I didn't do is change where it comes out of the field, so let's do that. I want it to come out of the field closest point. That'll make things a little smoother, and that's also why I put the stick all the way towards the bottom, figuring if it comes out of the field anywhere else, it has to go there anyway, so it gives it a central point it can go to. There we are, 100% full. It's waiting for this combine to get out of the way. You can read a little here in the Autodrive thing. It said waiting for a room, then it said planning position, then it said exiting field. Now, like I said before, normally I would put down through the center, but I plan on this being part of the same field. So I put the loop all the way around. And it's going for the point right there that it's trying to get to, or somewhere close to that, before it makes a right turn. And it start following the path around to the exit point, I believe. So, like I said, don't Pappy who drove across this crop there. He'll be mad. I won't tell him if you won't tell him, and he ain't got no internet, so I think we're fine. I'm driving over something there. What is that? Let's jump out of here and see. Don't get run over. It's like something right here in the road. Y'all saw that, right? Is that literally just a bump? Y'all see that? It's just like a bump. We can take care of that. We have build mode. All right? Let's find that bump and smooth her out. I have the mod for free landscaping. Don't tell anybody. Some people think that's cheating. So, land's not owned by me, but I guess I can't landscape anyway. We're running over until I buy this piece of land, and then we'll fix it. How about that? All right, heading up here. Good time. My hope is it'll come up, it'll dump its load. It'll move over to the staging area, and it'll start picking up again at 50%. That's the goal. Let's check quick and see how much we've got in here. Oats we're putting in. We don't have any oats yet. All we have is this canola that we picked up at field 25. I think I'm also running with no loan right now. I'm running leased land, leased equipment at the moment. Eventually I will buy some land. I will buy some equipment to get us started here, though. No need to do that. Might not even buy the land. I might just keep leasing it. Why would I? It's definitely more expensive over the long run to lease it, but it's cheaper when you're getting started. Maybe I'll just lease this land. I'll buy some other land. I don't know. All right, she's unloaded. Let's check in on, yeah, our mulcher's doing fine. Harvester's still running, 20% full. Here comes our grain cart out. Eventually I'll have another grain cart or maybe a grain truck. I think that's a good idea. Don't you? Cab view. Everybody likes the cab view. I don't. It's more realistic, I guess, but running a 7250. That's far. So my neighbor growing up had some Dutch tractors, and my dad always called them Dutch. Dutch. He didn't pronounce them quite right. Dutch tractors. So I always hear that when I driving. It's a good looking tractor. And Agco made it, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Goods. I don't know who makes anything anymore. I stopped paying attention years ago. It was still Dutch Alice when I stopped paying attention, so I don't know who bought them. Get this bump down here we're going to hit. Let's see what she looks like when she hits the bump. I don't think she handles it well. Here it comes. It doesn't see it coming. Oh, yeah, that's ugly. That's going to roll a tractor over eventually. Not my problem. Yet. It will be. I'll be angry if it does that with a load, but I don't want to lose the load. Alright, coming up on destination. 4 seconds left. We'll be there. It's a staging area. Let's see. 33%. So it'll probably just park here. Probably will not follow the combine. More than likely. Yeah, she's just waiting. Waiting for the call. I'm surprised it didn't shut off. Normally it shuts off. So there it goes. Spoke too soon. Alright. This one's still working away. Making good progress. This one here is doing its thing. I think we're ready to get a forage wagon and start working on picking this stuff up. So I head to the shop, find a forage wagon. We'll lease it. I always say I don't need a huge one, and I end up buying a huge one anyway. So I'm thinking I'll just buy this class right here. It's pretty big. Maybe I get a smaller one. I don't know. Which smaller is it? This is a big jump here. Then after that, it's smaller jumps. What's that? That runs 130 horsepower, 150 horsepower. I can run this on another classic tractor. So let's do that. I don't need the silage tank outage, but we're not running silage right now. Let's go ahead and lease it. Yep, we're good. All right. Let's go with just so we're equal. I should run one of these. Per hour, 23 miles per hour, 175 horsepower. I'd rather have this thing without the duals adapter on. That's going to get in the way. That wide for no reason, but not a John Deere. Really not. Do I want music better? Extremity lights. Yeah, why not? Toolbox? Where's the toolbox at? Oh, it's right there. Toolbox. Meters. There's no front fenders. Is there? Ladder? Because we're not. We don't. Like hydraulic tank. Good grief, there's stuff. That's realistic. I don't know that thing. Exhaust cover. Oh, that looks like crap. I don't need a GPS. Texture standard. Standard. Oh, I guess standard. Weights. Yeah. Rock box. Front weight. Front weight. I like weights on the front. Let's do that. Front loader catcher. All of a sudden, it's $100. They got up to 15. Let's lease it. All right, let's lease it. We're chasing combines already again. Nice. I'm not a John Deere fan. I don't know how to drive these things. Let's see what we can do with this thing. Big forage wagon for little John. Oh no. Probably should just put duals in this thing and been. It would look better with it. Forage wagon. Alright, hook her up. See how it handles. Sounds good. It's a good sound in my. Now I'm driving right here. Got one hand free, but the other one is the wheel. That's why I'm back and forth. Behind me, still buying this tractor. I'm already driving it. So much back. It's crazy. Froze? It kind of looks like it's froze. Was froze. Now. Let's move now. Why are John Deere so slow? It seemed like low in the game. And I know this is an older one, but even the newer John in this game. It's pretty slow. Is John Deere just makes that? It's just how it works. So I'm not a guy. It's red hat and tell you otherwise. My dad health. And after COVID, the first fall that we actually was able to do things again, my dad ended up going on. He wanted to go on tractor rides. He wanted to go on tractor rides where he would take a small Super M tractor and they'd get 30, 40 buddies together. They take a drive for 20, 30 miles, 40 miles, something like that. And he was working on getting his tractor ready to go on the thing. He was in pretty bad health at the time. And his neighbor came over the morning of the ride, and my dad's there, and said, "You going with us?" He said, "No, I can't get up on my tractor. I can't do it." And he's heartbroken. He just wanted to do it, He'd been laid up for a while with cancer. Then COVID hit. All of the stuff with that, he was inside, can't do things. He just wanted to get out and drive his tractor again. And his neighbor came over, John. He's like, "You going?" He's like, I can't do it." Well, John said, "Well, do you think you could drive? One of my real nice John Deere?" That's like, "Well, somebody can help me get into it. I bet I could drive that thing." So, air ride seat, easy to press brakes, all the modern amenities of a later series tractor than the old farmall that my dad had. And him and my brother helped him get up onto that tractor and took it for the drive. They went like 30 or 40 miles, I think, on that thing. And he called me. I live in Omaha. My dad lives in Maryland. You'd never guess what I could get to do today. I got to drive a John Deere. he drove that John Deere place. It made his day. Well, none of us would have known that 2 months after that, my dad would pass away from COVID. He got caught COVID, and with all of his other health issues, he ended up passing away. And sure enough, he last drove John Deere. So I tell everybody now, don't fear killing my dad. But in all honesty, his neighbor was a great guy who just gave him the time of his life and gave him one last ride. He forgot. At my funeral, there was my dad's 3 sitting out front of the funeral. This John Deere pulls up and gets off. I don't mind, it's here. And, no, of course not. That should be here. I killed Dad. All right, let's start with self. Over here, the South Mass. Straw. Yeah, South Valley biomass. We can sell there. So let's set up a course here that'll get us over to that. I'm just gonna record a section to take us off this course. Come up to bridge a few gaps. When I started the map, I wanted to complete the Autodrive, whatever it is. So I always do that because if not, it just keeps asking you until you're blue in the face. So that's what it does. Now, I'm not familiar with the biomass factory over here, or whatever this place is, so I'm not sure exactly. I would drop off. I can find it pretty easily. All right, go ahead and start on this one. If you haven't figured it out, in that field there, we're going to fill up with drive over here this space with and sell it and make up a little for the that we have to pay first. Expensive. I found if you do granite, straw, it kind of offsets the price a little bit. So you don't make a ton of money off of straw unless you keep it and do it that it's good at. This might be interesting instructions after you're strong enough it feels safe. Here and see where I'm done. I think I know where it is. Let's go. I think I come up and make a right turn here. There's like a dumping station. Over there. So we're going to be dumping over there. And then we'll come back out. We'll jump. Do our loop up here at the top. All right. Shortcut. Driving across this lawn. I'll get kind of straight line up here if I can. If I can. Not too far. We can connect that. The sounds of these tractors when you use the gas pedal. I hate the tractor pedal because it doesn't to me. All we had the clutch and brake with the throttle. So a little bit here. We call this place South by West. Unload. Okay. And then we can record our way out of here. Man, I'm all over the place. I like to do better than this normally. Let's see if this connects in. Actually, just do it. Drive to this. All right. Let's check on our other stuff. Still. Call. Right there. Section. All right. This one's driving to. I think everything's in place. Take a quick drink. We'll be back at it in a second. Now, that this field right ahead of us, C8 needs plow. I'll plow this year, and just have to wait and see. So while we're waiting on this to come by, it's shown that it's on a temporary course. I'll come down here to this and set up these courses and save them. I like to save like what field I'm in and so I'll typically do like this field C8. Save put that in. Okay, so now it's showing up here. See, other courses on this map. I put everything accidentally in field 31. I mean that here, but for now, I don't have to worry about that. So now we've got it. Do something pretty cool. Come to this one. No course. Let's load a course. Course. Activate it. It should be set up. The course is that way. If we turn this, courses will be roughly over the where I want it to be. No problem. Try that field that field just I should course put some stuff in here just to make it more epic. So there you go. You see over top of them. There's one that's coming up that always keeps me just. We need to go to the first waypoint. And we'll be loading shaw. We'll be loading staging. We're going to be taking biomass. I think I should be able to turn this one and then start this one. So now they're linked. Simple, but it took me forever to figure out how that actually works. So it's going to go to the starting point, which was from this corner. And it should draw automatically. Get in the combine's way. Don't you get in that combine's way. Don't you get in that. What are you doing? You're going to run into the combine. It would help. It's hard to find. That's where I popped that. The 150 has been running so many different occasions. For farm, what you do, you drive right in cut. If you want to take off a farmer, take off a farmer. Maybe my next time, next season, we'll have the big field with runners, 2 porch wagons side by side. That would be kind of cool. All right, so it's finding it starting. Cool thing with it is it will just start right left off when the coursework. So I just absolutely love the way this interacts. Oh, man, there we go. I think it'll take long to flow up. Before I move on to something else, check on the other stuff while it's going. It's still waiting for 50%. And we might be there. That has just started here. It's not taking much on the side. It's a swing. It's soft. It's going quicker than I would. All right, so she's here picking up. Made it about a quarter of the way around the at about 20%. So I'm expecting by that next corner, not the one after that, the one. Then east should be the last. Right. Here, so go in the chart. We get the corner. Otherwise, you'll have these. Like I said, all lands when I start in mark, we'll do a little like go. Right. Little ways to go. Like I said, I'll push up all on this. Not sure the straw, but I want to cut the oats and the straw. Maybe that top corner. The end straight where the next one ends up getting us. And fully drive. It's picking up the wagon. Drop off the south biomass. It's coming. Picking them up with the grain wagon, and it's at the west grain pool also. And automatically running this one too. So I'm doing is driving. I really don't even have to do that. Because I've been setting up my roads. So I'll be able to do that. Once I get a farm somewhere where I can park stuff, I'll set up the and all that. That's when we'll figure it all out. We'll get her parked up, and then go back and park network, so the fields around all forward to this. It's a final. So just we're at 155, 2172 for this one. Here's done long way yet. We get this one's running before else. Once that mulching gets done, we'll set something else up on that over there. Probably, what do I do next? Run a fertilizer? Probably. I'm going to do auto buy on fertilizer for now for the helpers. In a later episode, I'll actually, once I get the farm set up, we'll a central fertilizer so that we can pick it up. That's got a corner, isn't it? Just past the corner. I misjudged by 2%. That froze back there. I don't know what's going on a second. Alright, she's running through the exit. The thing is buffering so bad back there. That's fine. It's just set up for background anyway. Alright. We can... It should be coming up here. Once it gets up here, it's exiting the field. It'll get to this staging area right here, which is not far from where we're at. And then it'll automatically move on to the next, which is the side of biomass. Follow this around. Oh, does it have to go all the way around the field? I think I set that up right. It's got to go all the way around the field first. That was dumb. Oh well. Alright, empty webbing here. What we got? Oats. 35, $6.99. So we got more oats now than we got canola. They sell good. They're going to sell good in January. So good in December. I can probably start selling things in December right now. See? We're going to have to put another bridge across for those. So I've been thinking about buying a truck. I'm going to go do that now. Maybe I'll lease a truck. I like let's get a lizard. All right. I mean, this is kind of cool. I like this one. All right, engine. I don't think we need anything. Do a 4x4 because why not? Oh, that looks slick. I'm not doing a lowrider. Which one of these? I like that one. No, this one. All right, wheel design. I don't know. Can't decide. I think I think I like these better. Hubcaps? I don't know if I want hubcaps or not. Window color. Smoked. Light black. I like the black. I like the black windows. Headlight protectors. Projectors. That's stupid. I mean, I'm sure some people like that. Do I need a neon under? I don't need no neons. Neon on engine? No. I like that. I'll do a brush guard. Toolbox? I mean, I wish it was silver, but it's alright. Trailer hitch? Why not? What's a bucket configuration? Oh, bed. I think we'll do that without. We'll do a roll bar, but without the toolbox because I think it looks terrible with the toolbox. Stirrups. Stirrups? I assume that's some foreign thing. Never heard that before. Alright. Hub color. I don't see any hubs in here. Main color, we got a lot to choose from here. I don't want that. I mean, that's a good looking truck, I guess. Oh yeah, go. Audi. Hubs are on. Let's see. I turn hubcaps off. Time now. Yeah, there we go. That's your hub. Okay, I'm probably leasing too much. Truck back there. Sometimes if you don't put the sail or the point here far enough, it won't work right. I hope I put it for my trailer. Yeah, there it goes. Unloading. Hand off, didn't touch it. She'll go back to the start working. There's our lizard. So, start her up. The sound. I'm not driving in that, but. Flying off of the. There's a part off of. It's a sticky part. Keep my foot. It's like, but it's what it gets when you. Sometimes I'll use a truck if I need to set up some Autodrive courses. Right now, I want to edit a course that I had at South End that skipped over, completely skipped over my exit point. I sure like the suicide knob. Suicide knob on top of this steering wheel, like the tractor. I really like driving. I'll put one on it. I feel like that becomes a drag incident. Come on. Never end. This baby's purring. Purring like a kitten. Purring like a lizard. Nothing runs like a lizard. Heartbeat of America. It's today's lizard. Have you driven a lizard lately? If you can't dodge it, lizard it. Wait, no, that doesn't work. I was trying to think of all the different car brand, tractor brand slogans over the years. I think this is mimicking a Ford F100 from the 60s, I guess. Not a Ford guy either. I don't know. I'm not a Ford guy currently. I had a Ford Excursion, a Ford Explorer in the past, and they were both really good cars, trucks. coming up on our field here. Let's see what we can do to clean this thing up. Let's see what we got. So where's our exit come off? Our exit comes off before, that's the problem, before the staging area. We need an exit after the staging area. So we can actually do it a couple ways, but I'm going to go around this corner, I think. And I'm just going to merge it over from here. Coming kind of straight to where we're at as best we can. I like that. Start recording. Ain't that recording? Did you see that? It recorded once. It didn't record anymore. We can just connect that like that, right? From here to there. Done. Now, let's drive it to the staging area. This is how we can test it out. Meanwhile, let's check our other stuff. This one's done. Let's get her out of the field. Alright, we'll come back to you. Just a minute. Alright, so we're driving to the staging area. And then I can test it out. I can drive to the biomass area, and then it should be done. I think I might drive it up to where it's at, the field 25 here in a little bit. Alright, how are we doing here? This is doing really well. Alright, let's work on this one for a minute, and then we'll work on something for field 25. Not sure what yet. This truck doesn't like this thing. I don't know why it's stopping it like every dot. There's some deer up here, guys. Hey deer, why don't you move? Oh, almost hit. Oh, as much as I've tried, you can't hit those deer. See what we're doing here. Driving to the loading point. So where is the loading point? Loading point is 198 out of 279. It'll be right here, coming up in the front. It's about there. The nice thing is once you get it fully automated, then you can just go like hiking or something, or sit in your house and watch TV. You don't actually have to do the real farm work anymore. Because that's how it is in real life too, right? All right, now we're back. This is going to take a while, y'all. I like it. All right, so we made it to the staging area here. Almost. Let's see if she'll drive to the biomass from here. If she will, then so will the wagon, for the most part. And it's going. And hopefully it'll cut over up here and it won't take a full lap like it did last time, like the tractor and wagon did. It's my goal, at least. That's what we bought this truck for, is to try that out. And that's it. So now that we know it'll go that way, let's make this turn. Let's see if we go to field 25 from here. I think it will. All right, speaking of field 25, we got this tractor sitting up here. Let's take a look at this field quick. All right, so it's mulched now. It doesn't need lime. It's not fertilized, so we should probably fertilize this thing. So let's find, first of all, let's shut that off for a minute. Let's find a fertilizer. Now that tractor is 170 some horsepower. Let's see if we can do some fertilizer that will work for that. I could do liquid fertilizer, or I could do one of these babies. I normally like one of these. These are cool. I think we'll probably do a wagon today. All right, spreading disc. It don't need to be super wide. I mean, it's just doing its own thing. I think we're fine to do this, but also I really like this thing. Maybe I'll just buy or lease a fertilizer tractor specific for that. All right, lease that. Yes. Okay. We should buy some fertilizer. Do that in here. Is that right? Solid fertilizer. Let's buy just one of those. We'll fill it up. Let's find a good tractor for fertilizer. Is it this tractor? Maybe it is that tractor. Let's use that tractor. So, no, it's not that tractor. Let's buy a new one, or lease a new one. It's the boss's money, right? Do I dare? No, I wouldn't. I can just get a little tractor for this thing. I get a little. How about that? You think that would work? I think that'll work. Do we dole up the little tractor? No. All right, it is fertilizer. So maybe we'll keep it narrow. Don't need a loader. Don't need too much horsepower. Well, let's do that horsepower. Let's lease this thing. Okay, good to go. Start me up. Might need some weights on the front of it. Look and buy some weights quick. Front weight. Don't need anything too heavy. Probably something like that'll do. I like to put bright colors on the front of my weights. We're leasing weights. That's how rich we are. Alright, I can refill right now. Let's load this thing up. I like to fill it up with one load and then the rest will autofill. Let's go to the weights. Does it not have a front bracket for weights? It's got to, right? Hey! Hey! Y'all seeing this? My tractor just drove away with by itself. I'm confused. I lost my mouse now. Everything seems frozen. And let it go. I still have control here, but that's it. What's this thing doing? Everything's frozen. Whole game's froze. You see this? Whole game's froze. That's not a good thing. Alright. Well, that's what we're going to have to do. Save it. Quit it, and we're going to have to start everything again. That's the first time that's ever happened in that way. It's so weird. Let's go over here. Get her started again. That was weird. Tractor just started drifting away. Wouldn't connect to the weights. Then my combine stopped. What was the other thing? Forage wagon stopped. Grain cart, I don't know what it was doing. Truck seemed to be stopped in the middle of nowhere. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Okay. we're going to have to get these going again. It seems to be responding to commands again, so that's good. Alright, and we can move this to the nearest waypoint. That way it'll start here, hopefully. See where she started. Change this to field 68 staging. Seems to be good there. This one here has no load currently. Start the engine up. Chase the combine with it. 68 staging. Drop off at the west grain pool. Go. This is weird. This is not where it was. Y'all seeing this? I just saved the game, but this isn't where I saved it at. Glitchy. Well, that's no problem. We can get that going. This one here, what are you doing? Alright. So let's drive this over to the south biomass. Actually, I don't even think... Do we own the truck yet? We don't own the truck yet. That truck may have been a glitch. Alright. So we can still do this. Let's connect this to there. And then... Yeah. I'm going to manually drive to the south biomass. We'll dump this load. Then we'll come back and we'll start it in the field where it needs to be. That's not even the right spot where I just put that. Alright, we'll fix that too while we're there. Y'all just got to witness like a major glitch in the game. Very strange. Very, very strange. Sharp turn. Nailed it. Another sharp turn coming up. Nailed it. This tractor is handling this hill much better than I expected. Just how it handled it empty, it's handling almost the same now. So, got an advertisement for the Platinum Edition there. 40 new pieces of equipment. It's kind of tough to sell 40 new pieces of equipment when buy the mod packages you can get much more. So, all right, let's dump her. Uh-oh. I just seem to have set up two things to the same button there. I'm exiting the tractor and dumping from the same button on my side panel. So that's not good. Alright, we're going to take Granddaddy's shortcut again here. Don't tell him. I wish this tractor was faster. It'd be really nice if it was faster, but it's not. Pretty slow. Alright, so we still need to connect the two courses together because that was done with the truck, and the truck didn't get bought. It seems like the truck might be the glitch. I hope the truck's the glitch, because that would be explainable at least. And then once we get that going, we lost a lot right there. Lost a lot of ground. All right, here's where we're going to connect the dots. Just give a couple options here. Both of those will work. Did I go the wrong way? I did. That will not work. You cannot. You've got to connect them in the direction they're going. Like that. That'll work. All right, let's head over here and get this started again. It was at that top corner, I think. Don't you drive into me. Now, the grain cart's chasing the combine. I'm chasing the grain cart. Does that mean I'm chasing the combine too? I'm just kidding. That was dumb. Dumb to dumb, dumb, dumb. Course play finished work up at the top. I think that's our mulcher is finally finished again. All right, so this one we're going to have to go to the nearest waypoint again. Just like we did when we reset the combine. I have to check on that combine. She's not moving over there. I don't know what's up with that. Might just be where it's at. It might be full. Shouldn't be full though. It should have started picking up grain before it was full. Let's get this one going quick, and then we'll figure it out. All right. Just need to get into this line. We're here. All right. Let's set this up. Picking up straw from 68 staging. It's close enough to find it. Dropping off South Biomass. Important part. Select Coursework. Nearest waypoint. Go. It should do its thing now. We might have to do something different here, but hopefully it'll do its thing. It's picking up straw. All right, combine is moving. That was not what I was seeing. And this is done. Mulcher is done. Now, I'm going to need to mulch that next field, so maybe I'll just take the mulching tractor down to that field. Is that a good idea? We'll do that automated. While we're going to go to field 68 staging area. I should be able to do it from about here, but it might get confused, so we'll take it over to the exact spot that we're on, real close to the Autodrive track. I know is here. All right, she's got 6 minutes before she gets there. While we're doing that, she's going to be in the way when we get there, by the way. Let's redo our fertilizer now. Now, same thing we did before. I really like this fertilizer spreader here. It's a good one. We could almost buy this thing, honestly, because we're going to use it so much, but we'll lease it for now. All right. Now we need to buy some fertilizer. Solid fertilizer. Buy that, because you can't lease fertilizer. All right. We need to buy a tractor that'll run it. I was going with a small tractor, wasn't I? Small tractor. Which one did I pick? I don't remember what I picked. Don't need anything massive. Just good enough. Yeah, let's go with this baby. Okay, lease that one. Lease it. Pick it up. All right, let's find some weights. Put a bright color on that weight. Let's do purple. All right, is that all we need? I think that's all we need. All right, this thing's still running. Half a load. This one's ready to go. So start her up. Zoom her out. This is where we screwed up last time. There we go. All right. Gotta remember how I set up these controls. Here we go. We can fill up the spreader. Backing up to this thing. Refill is R. I still didn't set up controls for that. So that's just the factory setup, which is fine. All right, now we're good to go. Now, fertilizing this thing will not take very long at all. It's extremely widespread, maybe like lychee wide. It's so wide. It's overkill. Now it's a real life spreader, so good job to what's that? Amazon. I don't know who makes this thing. 42 meters it'll cover. It's pretty wide. Heading to field 25, I think it is, straight ahead. We're going to fertilize that baby. And then maybe I'll pick up some fertilizer contracts to make a little extra money with this thing while we got it. Try to pay for some of the lease cost at least. Make sure I turn on the auto refill for now. Like I said, once we get an actual farmyard set up, I'll turn on where it will come and refill the fertilizer at a central fertilizer depot, but I'm not there yet. All right, taking our shortcut. That's a good little tractor. Mostly because it's red. All right, let's set her up here. So, come in here, create a job. Autodrive out of the way. Yes, lub. Field position. It's field 25. Target position doesn't matter, but set it just kind of close to where we are. Open and close. Number of headlands, we'll do 1. Start work in the center. Headland corners, make them sharp, but I don't know if that actually matters. Let's generate it. This is not going to take long at all. Look at this thing. Let's start here, come down here, make 1 lap, should be done. Almost seems like cheating, doesn't it? First waypoint. Go. While we're there, let's go in and make sure we get the settings set up. I think that's in the tractor settings. Not sure. Refill fertilizer on. It will buy it. Nice. Okay. This thing's still got a little ways to go. All right, our staging area is good to go. We're here, so let's get this thing out of the way. This tractor is in the way currently. It will mess things up if it stays there, so it was about to mess things up. Woo, that was close. Forge wagon was coming right through there. All right, let's park her over here. She's off the road. That way the lawman won't complain if he comes by. This thing's still getting set up to run. This one's got what, two more full laps it looks like, and then 1 swipe, so that's not going to take terribly long. The forage wagon's going to be a while though. It's going to be a real long time. Might let that thing run off camera. Maybe I'll record it. I don't know. Alright, this one's about ready to run, I think. There it goes. Zoom out so we can see what it's actually doing. It's a huge swath, that's for sure. I love it. Okay, that won't take long at all. This one's doing its thing. This one's waiting. I didn't shut off this one. I'd love to hear that thing shut off. It's awesome. All right. Perfect. All right, so if you're just joining, we're running a lot of Autodrive coursework, automated farm. Still getting it started. We've only been doing this for about 2.5 hours. Got one field completely harvested and mulched, fertilizing now. Another field here, we're selling straw off of it, cutting oats still, and about to move on to some more stuff. But we're almost done for what we were planning to do today. All right. We've almost caught up on our live stream back there. Kind of crazy. 2 minutes and 40 seconds till this one's back to first point. So we got a little time on there. What are you doing? Oh, it's going to the start of the circle here, the first lap. This one doesn't have much longer. When this combine's done, we'll get out of here for the day probably. I'll probably pick the next farm that I lease and move everything over. But that was the goal for today, is get this one cut. We can pick up the straw next time. We can work on that other one a little more. We get it field worked a little more. She's just sitting waiting. She's waiting for more direction. I don't think there's any mulching task I can do with a contract, is it? I can cultivate, I can harvest. Might do that one. Maybe not. Cultivate, we can plow. I should build a plowing rig and do some of that stuff. But good for now. Alright, what do you got here? Another minute 30 till that one's back. This one's making good time coming around. This field's not really big enough to be worth my while, but it's all good. Might make it bigger. What do you think? Should we make this field bigger? Maximize? Maybe next growing season we will. That ain't gonna be long. Alright, so this one here's got it's coming up on the last lap now, I think. This one here, another 50 seconds. We'll watch here for a second until the other one arrives and starts doing its thing. This field's going to take a while to pick up all this straw. I'm not even really sure it's worth it. Lose a lot of money on this. Farm might go bankrupt. We'll see. You don't realize how much elevation difference is in this field until you see the straw swaths out. That corner up there has definitely got a little bit of elevation compared to the rest of the field. Kind of cool. All right, so we're about to start picking up straw again. Automatically, of course. My goal is to have like everything on this farm like completely automated. I'd like to plant everything in the same crop and then just do like a bunch of automated stuff. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if it'll happen or not. For now, that's the goal. The goal could change. All right, where are you heading? You're heading to, I don't remember where we left off. I don't even know if I knew where we left off. It's gonna drive straight into that Dutz over there though, or the harvester. Like you can tell, it's like I'm going here. Nope, I'm gonna run into the harvester. You know how it is when you like a dog and you're like, hey, don't do that, and then the dog's like, you mean this, and then does it. That's how forage wagons are too. It's like, no, I'm gonna drive all the way across this field just to hit this harvester. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drive across the field. I'm gonna go completely out of my way, and I'm gonna hit that damn harvester over there. See, look, I'm turning towards it. I'm gonna hit it because automation's stupid sometimes. Look at this thing. It has the entire map it could go. It could go anywhere on this damn entire map. Where's it going? Look where it's going. It's heading towards a harvester. Last minute, it's like, no, not playing chicken with the combine. John Deere's are dumb. Oh, combine got past me. I'm going to turn back. Anyway, if you're interested in learning how to do coursework, Autodrive, follow me on Twitch. Do they say follow me on Twitch? Is that what people say? I don't do Twitch enough to know. You could just follow me on YouTube too. Subscribe on YouTube, right? Well, you just saw a miracle here. A helper went all across the field and did not hit the combine. It tried. You could see it was thinking about it the whole way. It's like, I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna hit it. It didn't. All right. Maybe next time. All right, this one's done. Start her up. Let's get her out of here. Let's see if I can find. Is there any fertilizing contracts on there? Did we see those? I don't remember if I saw those or not. No fertilizing contracts. That's a ripoff. Well, we can drive this to the next field. We can do that, right? Shortcut. I might build this shortcut into my Autodrive next time. That would be cool. It's so much quicker than the right way. As long as the highway patrol ain't out, it's not a problem. If old Sheriff Buford T's out there, he might see me in a world of hurt. Whatever that means. All right, let's park this baby a little bit out of the road. Ooh, we caught some air there. Did you see that? Park on the Quonset hut, because that's my style. Just kidding. We're not going to park there. I'm just going to say that this is my Quonset hut. I know I don't actually own it or lease it or anything, but this is my Quonset hut. I'm going to leave my tractor there. All right, we're getting close to the end of this stream, if you can't tell. You can probably start to tell because it's not entertaining anymore. But to be fair, the last hour and 41 minutes, it was barely entertaining. Oh well. You got to start somewhere, right? Got to start somewhere. We're going to finish this pass with the combine. We'll unload the combine, dump the grain out. Let's take a look and see what our next adventure will be. I think I'll run up here to maps. Let's see what we got that's ready to harvest, that's nearby, or big, or both. All right, so we've harvested this one. We've already plowed that one. I do have these two right here. What is the crop there? The crop is, I think that's canola. Yep, and oats. Well, let's do that next. That's close enough that we can definitely do that. And I'll build the next time. I'll build out the infrastructure around this big field here. Can't wait till we get this one done. What is in there? Is that? Oh, it's sugar beets. That's a pain. All right, we'll do sugar beets sometime too, whenever they are in season to cut. Let's look at the calendar. Sugar beets are harvested soon, October, November. This field's almost done, which is good because this stream's getting a little long. That's what she said. I don't know what context she said that in, but she said it, I'm pretty sure. What's this fella doing? He's about half full. It's still going. I'd like to be able to stop that forage wagon in the middle of a field, Makes it a little easier to get it started again, but either way, we'll make it work. All right, so we're calling that wagon over there. Let's fill that wagon up. With any luck, it's going to be enough space that we can just fill this grain cart like almost full. One trip, not two. It's 2 trips. I might have to drive that combine over by myself and dump it out. Probably won't. All right. Better start your header too. I mean, no? I thought that thing started a header every time it ran the auger, but maybe not. I don't know if I got enough space. I hope I got enough space. It would be a shame to have like one little bit. I can keep that little bit and go get it started on the other oat field, I guess. Do that next time. 99%. I couldn't have planned that any better. All right. Let's start her up and drive her over. I did start the engine. Yeah, I did start it. There it goes. I shut it off then. So the next place we're going to cut's that oat field over there, which is not far away. I'm going to park in the field just south of that. Actually, I'm going to take this farmyard as my own for a moment. We'll do that. It's my farmyard. It's not your farmyard. That's my farmyard. That's my sign too. You can tell it's my sign because I knocked it over. Don't tell Granddaddy or the police. All right, we'll park here for the night. Lower our header. Oh, I dropped the header. What the heck? That's not the button I had set up. I think my controls changed. That's my raise lower and it's dropping it. Something's changed here. I don't know what or how. All right, let's shut her off. All right, we'll dump this load here and then I'll cancel this and I'll drive it manually to the next field we're going to be working on. Y'all can leave if you want. We had a good run here, but there's nothing else to see. I'm just parking farm equipment. That, the stuff that nobody appreciates about farming. That's what I'm doing right now. I can't imagine what my lease fee is going to be on all this stuff for the next few months without any real income coming in, because I'm not selling this stuff till the winter unless I absolutely have to. I'm just driving. All right, taking over manual controls. Ain't that convenient? See that? I swear, officer, I have not had a thing to drink. I'm just swerving a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. It's all good. Park this down by the combine. She needs a wash. You return it like this to the dealer after your lease is up, they're going to be angry for having dirt on this thing. Like, hey, it's farm equipment. What do you expect? All right, what else we got? All right, well, this one here, I guess I should probably wait till that comes back at least. Because like I said, it's a kind of a pain in the butt to get it started when it's not parked in the middle of the field when you save a game. So we'll save the game in the middle and go from there. It's a minute 18 to the biomass plant, probably 3 or 4 minutes back, and then we'll end our stream. I don't know for sure, but it almost seems like it skipped the field 68 staging area, which I'm okay with. I don't really want it to do that anyway, but there's my staging area over there, and this is my new land I got coming up over on the right. I never really set any goals for myself in here. I'm just kind of winging it as I go. That's how I normally play, though. My goal is to do a lot of things until I get bored, and then I'm like, nah, I'm done. Maybe my goal should be to get the same crop in every field and have one big ass harvest. Kind of already talked about that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ran a stop sign. Call the police. Good help is hard to find. It's going to be my catchphrase here. Good help is hard to find. It's coming. Believe me, it's coming. It said 1 second to the unloading point for the last 10 seconds. It barely gets inside of it. It's like, I'm going to unload. I'm going to unload in the slowest way possible. Because that's what it's doing. What else we got out here? We got that one. I guess I can take that down and park her at the... Maybe I should park the other one there too. That's what I'll do. I'll park the other one. We'll just start everything manually next time. We'll call her a night. I gotta resist the urge if I see somebody along the road, be like, hey, out here in the Midwest where I'm at, you see somebody like driving down the road or walking down the street. You don't even have to know them. You just got to be driving through my town. Hey, throw the hands up. Anybody else like that? I can't be the only one, right? All right, we'll park you over here too. Let's store the fertilizer away from the diesel. It can get a little explosive. Oh, shoot, now YouTube's going to demonetize me for talking about explosives. It's not what I'm doing, YouTube. Where in the world are you? Oh, I didn't even recognize this spot. Let's go ahead and end this. I'll take over manually driving. We'll drive down and park it. And that's where we'll pick up next time. I might take this one and park it by the field. In the field where it's supposed to be. This one will be a while yet. I should have got a bigger wagon. That's what I should have done. I really should have. It's all good. Figure it out. Is this our spot up here? I can't really tell. I think this might be it. Alright, this is where we'll be starting next time. So, she's ready to go. Shut her off. What else we got out here? Let's park you over in the farmyard too. My horn doesn't work. Well, that's weird. All right. That's our show for tonight. We'll pick up right here where we left off next time. That's it, guys. We'll catch you later. And y'all have a good one until we come back. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen. If you didn't, tough. You ain't getting your money back. Can't get your hours back. Not happening. Y'all have a good one. Catch you next time. Later.